CNN just admitted that Trump has a 100% approval rating amongst his MAGA base. Not only that, but the MAGA base has actually grown since November 2024, and that within the GOP, most people actually support military action in Iran, despite commentators online, and we all know who they are, making a concerted effort to make it seem as though the base has abandoned Trump, that MAGA's dead. All of that is literally just noise. Like, it's not even making a dent or an impact in the real world. Listen to this.
Let's just take a look here. And this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approve 100%. 100%. If you are a member of MAGA in the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. He is the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Now, there are some Republicans who disapprove of Donald John Trump, but they are not members of the Make America Great Again movement. The bottom line is this. If you are a member of MAGA, you approve of Donald Trump.
It's interesting, though, because there have been a couple prominent people who have sort of come out online, and they're very mad about this war with Iran because he promised no new wars. Is there any sign that people might be leaving MAGA relative to 2024?
Yeah, okay. So, I've said it before, and, the theme of this segment is Tucker Carlson be darned. And when we look at the numbers,
depending upon if they were MAGA identifying, Republican identifying, or Democrat identifying. And there were 3 different numbers in that poll. Also, though, online, we are doing other polls. For example, this one was 11,364 votes. Again, I don't know how many votes were in this poll or in that one on CNN, but 11,000 votes is a pretty significant number. And this one is from a MAGA account, and this one was 92% saying that they did not support this, and 8% saying that they do support this. I'm just wondering where these people are getting their numbers. What do you think? Let me shut up, because I want to hear from you guys. Do you believe that this is true? Do you believe that the CNN is true? Because these two are vastly different. 90% and 76%.
The polling still shows pretty strong support amongst the MAGA base for Trump and this attack.
No, I do not believe that one bit. I talk to MAGA people all day long, every day, and the everyday average American is absolutely against this war, and they know that the only reason why we are even in Iran right now is because of Israel.
It's all because of Israel. Okay. Yeah, her anecdotal evidence isn't in line with the empirical evidence and the statistics and the polling. So let's go take a look at what CNN said today.
The bottom line is this. If you are a member of MAGA, you approve. And when we look at the numbers, I've heard some people say, you know what, when you look at those MAGA numbers, it doesn't account for those who might have left MAGA. But take a look here. Americans who identify as MAGA, in November of 2024, it was 28% of Americans. Now it's basically the same. If anything, it's slightly higher at 30%.
Yeah, so not only is MAGA in 100% support of military action against Iran in some way, although there might be some questions as to, well, how long are we going to be there? What are going to be the future implications? Not only does MAGA support the war in Iran and military action, so does non-MAGA and the left. Most of America supports this, and MAGA is growing. A lot of people said, well, that doesn't take into account the people who are leaving MAGA. Well, that's not happening. According to the polls, more people now identify as MAGA as compared to in the election cycle back in 2024.
The MAGA base within the GOP is not shrinking. It's the same size. If anything, it is slightly larger than it was back in 2024 when, of course, Donald Trump won a second term. So that 100% that Donald Trump has approval among MAGA GOP, that is not an artifact of MAGA shrinking. It's just an indication of how strong Donald Trump's grip is on that MAGA base. We mentioned Iran in the intro of this segment. GOP on U.S. military action.
So now not MAGA, GOP.
It's 90% approval. It's 90% approval, just 5% disapproval. If you disapprove of the job that Donald Trump is doing, or excuse me, the U.S. military action in Iran, and you're a member of the GOP, look at this. It's your non-MAGA. You're not MAGA. It's 36% there, 54%.
So 90% of people who identify as MAGA in the GOP support it, and 54% of Republicans who do not identify as MAGA also support it, with 5% disapproving in MAGA and only 36% disapproval in non-MAGA. But yeah, keep telling us how MAGA is dead. And I'm not even staunchly endorsing or promoting MAGA or whatever you would consider that to be. Even throughout the past election cycle, I never called myself MAGA. I've never identified in that way. The whole point of this is that these large echo chambers in social media circles that people get trapped into, that their algorithm just keeps feeding them, where they're seeing the same things over and over again, all of these Republicans going against Trump, like the Tucker Carlsons and the Candace Owens, all of these people who get massive amounts of engagement, it's not reflective of the real world, and the Republican Party, whether they are MAGA or not, are overwhelmingly in favor of the war in Iran. This lady is only popular because she can't keep her mouth shut about how much she hates Jews.
These two are vastly different. 90% and 76%. It's quite a bit of difference. And then plus, once it got into a month, it drops down to about half. And so I want to know where you sit. You know, what do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you not agree? How much time do you give it? Does this take into account boots on the ground that we're asking for now? Like, where do we stand? Because I want to know what fact is and what fact is not, you know? Is it just the boomers and the hardcore loyalists and the people that are our greatest ally first that support this war? Or is it really accept whatever Trump says is the new goalpost? You know, like, I don't know. Obviously, y'all know that I don't agree with this war, that I think we started it and that there was a better way, you know, and that's fine if you disagree with me. I actually appreciate it, you know, because it means you think for yourself, hopefully.
All right, listen up. If you support Trump, if you support what he's doing, what he's done for our country, what he's doing for our country, everything he plans to do, says he's going to do, and he's done it, he's still going, please like and repost this. And let's keep this train going. Let's keep it going. In the comments, say something. I support our troops, Trump lover, whatever. Everyone that goes and puts a heart on it, go follow them. Let's get a good MAGA following going. Let's do this so we can let's blow this shit up. I'm serious, because I'm over here going crazy. I'm loving all the reels, all the TikToks I'm seeing. It's going crazy. Oh my gosh, the troops are out. They are ready. I'm loving it right now, y'all. So if you put a heart on somebody's, they should follow you. If anyone puts a heart on your comment, go follow them. Keep it going. Let's have this whole MAGA following going. I'm going crazy thinking about it.
Do you think that the Republicans and MAGA support this war with Iran? Well, the more information that comes out...
Military action around that is the MAGA GOP base. Just 9% disapprove of it. This is tremendously popular among the Republican base. And of course, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, overseeing the effort. It seems to me that a lot of people are taking that into account, including President Donald Trump.
Iran screams death to America, while Iran, the IRGC, funds the proxies and militias that attack and threaten America and our interests, has been building an arsenal outpacing all in the Middle East, while threatening the entire Middle East and the Western world. What do you support? Let me know.
But I don't think bad of you or chastise you or anything for thinking how you want to think. You're entitled to your opinion, and that is fine. That's what makes our country great. But I just want to know, because I keep hearing different things that there are fake numbers due to bots and these spam accounts and these paid people that are involved in these. And so, like I said, I just want to know how many people are in these polls, where they're coming from. You know, was it 100 people polled? Was it 1,000 people polled? You know, because I have to admit that I wonder how many people that Gabe actually contacted. You know, it's a lot of work. 1,000 people is a lot of work, you know. Even the most hardcore telemarketers, I know this because I was a telemarketer one time. Don't judge me. I was 22 and I needed a job. I'm sorry. I am very I regret it so much. But it showed me a lot of things, you know. And this kid is the author of Wake Up to Politics, proud Missouri native, now reporting from Washington, D.C. He's just a young kid, like I said, you know, and I contacted him by email. I'm waiting to see if he will email me back, and I will report to you guys. He's got 59,000 subscribers, you know, and his posts, they get about 30 likes, 60 likes, you know, things like that. This war in Iran enters its third week. Let's see. This must have been where he got that from. 63 likes on this. So I wonder how many people were actually polled in this CNN report. And not that I'm discounting it. Please hear me. I'm just trying to hear the actual facts of the situation here. Because whenever I did a video, and my people on here are pretty much MAGA and America first. You know, I don't have a lot of Democrats that follow me. I don't have a lot of leftists that follow me. And I wish they would. I love leftists. A lot of my great friends are leftists, you know, and I've lost a lot of leftist friends because I support Donald Trump, you know? And so, like I said, though, when I make a video on that, most of the comments are like, no, I don't support this. No, I did not vote for this. No, for different reasons. No. And there are some, yes. And I love those people, you know, I don't ever say anything bad. I don't be like, well, you're an idiot, you know, it's because that's not me and that's not helpful. That doesn't do anybody any good. So comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. You know, like how many comments, how many likes, how many votes do you think that this kid had? You know, do you agree with this war? Do you not? Do you agree with the president? Do you support him? Where does your support stop? Is it continuous? Is it unending? Like, let me know in the comments because I want to hear from you. And I will see you on the next video.
Okay, let's play a game. MAGA, would you rather spend $200 billion on the war in Iran, starting from now moving forward? Or would you rather make sure that poor people have enough food to eat? Or poor people have health care? Or literally anything else in this country? Or would you rather spend $200 billion more on a war in Iran in which we do not know why we're there? We've lost at least 13 service members and over 200 have been injured, some seriously. Trump wants $200 billion more for this war. So answer me this, MAGA. Are you okay spending this $200 billion over feeding poor people in this country? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, so this is being reported by CNN, and it is showing that the war in Iran is tremendously popular amongst Trump's MAGA base. Of course it is, right? Some right-wing media figures have bashed President Trump's war against Iran, but CNN data guru Harry Enton said, don't let them fool you into believing that's how most MAGA voters feel. Harry said, look at this. Nearly 9 in 10, 89% approve of the U.S. military action in Iran. That is the MAGA GOP base. He said just 9% disapprove of it. So, he also said, Tucker Carlson be darned. This war is very popular amongst the GOP base because we know Tucker Carlson has been speaking out against this, as has Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly actually said that, this is Israel's war. And we don't need to be in it. She said, my own feeling is no one should have to die for a foreign country. I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States, is what Megyn Kelly said. Another former Trump appointee, Carrie Bowler, said, MAGA is dead. That is what she said. And she said, Trump has betrayed our country. So this is pretty, a very stark difference from what how MAGA started and supporting Trump at all costs. And so he's also mentioning in here that Marco Rubio now, who at one point when the beginning of the administration started, only had a 7% chance of being the next president. Now MAGA supports him by 27%. So that has went up as well. But I just have a couple quick questions. MAGA, where are you all at? MAGA, when are you going to get off the internet and actually go get to the nearest recruiting station and sign up to join the military and serve this country? Because it's easy for you MAGA folks to hide behind the internet and talk on X all day. And now all of a sudden everybody in MAGA is a war strategist, just like when the COVID hit, everybody in MAGA was a scientist and a doctor all of a sudden. All of this talk, and yet you all have little to no action to show for it. So to me, all MAGA military age personnel should gear up and go serve. Because if you support this wholeheartedly, then again, where are you at? The recruiting stations here in the United States should be overflowing. Recruiting offices should be to a point where they are shutting their doors and pushing people away because MAGA is up and they are saying, hey, we're going to support the president and we're going to join the military. But see, you're not doing that. You're hiding on the internet. You're talking trash on the internet. You're trolling comments on the internet. You're standing in your rural areas, in your tree lines, drinking Bud Light beer around a fucking, fire pit with your sleeveless flannel shirts on, talking about what you would have done if you were over there. MAGA got all of this weaponry in their house and yet are too scared to go fight in this war and defend this country. So, just figured I'd ask that question since it says here that MAGA supports this by 89%. If you support it that heavily, MAGA, get up and go fucking fight this war. Go support it. Instead of our troops, most of which don't want to go over there and deal with this because it's going to be nasty when we have to get boots on the ground. God forbid that it is. But again, MAGA, you support this, you push this, you go fight this war. I'll put the link to this article in the description. My name is Robin. I am your retired Marine Corps First Sergeant, and I will see you in the next video.
Well, CNN is having to report this on Trump once again.
And this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approve 100%.
That was a pretty long pause, that breath, and he seems kind of pissed.
Of Trump. Approve 100%. 100%. If you are a member of MAGA and the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. He is the 1972 Miami Dolphins. Now, there are some Republicans who disapprove of Donald John Trump, but they are not members.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was getting on my algorithm at there were some people leaving MAGA, and then I was just like, wait, what? And then I see this, so it's like, what was accurate? I'm so confused.
Okay, MAGA GOP on the U.S. military action in Iran. Look at this. Nearly 9 in 10, 89% approve of the U.S. military action in Iran. That is the MAGA GOP base. Just 9% disapprove of it. This is tremendously popular among the Republican base.
Okay, despite what anyone is telling you, CNN of all people is saying that support amongst people that voted for Donald Trump is 100%. It says the new CNN polling reveals that despite blackpilling from the terminally online, President Trump's approval among MAGA is at 100%. And more importantly, Americans who identify as MAGA have not decreased, but increased by 2% since 2024. Also the exact same with the left-wing media. Everything that the left-wing media, every time they say people left MAGA, that is so not true. It's one thing to disagree with things that he's doing, which I've disagreed with a few of the choices he made, but guess what? No one's perfect. And we still very much support him. So don't listen to what they say. Even CNN is telling you the support is 100%.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.